Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to be invited to Moscow office PwC, and today with us Mikhail, a partner. And Mikhail, thank you so much for inviting us here.
Yeah, happy to have you here, and thanks for coming. I'm ready to answer your questions.
Thank you so much. As far as we are concerned, PwC is a corporate partner of Graduate School of Business, and thus we would like to address some questions related to our relations, related to your perspective on our programs and GSB in general. And the first question is, what do you think about social lives? Can we say that education is a social life today?
Yeah, I would say it's been social lift for decades, and it's still a social lift, of course. It's because, I mean, we as partners, we do a lot of interviews here, and we don't care where a person comes from, right? Where a person was brought up, where a person was on vacation last summer, and what the person is dressed in. What we do, we take a look at this piece of paper, and we spot, if we're talking about the graduate, we spot the university, right? And then obviously High School of Economics is a good brand.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you've just mentioned that GSB has some kind of good imagination. What do you think, what makes difference between students of average university and students of Graduate School of Business? Why are they special in your opinion?
What is this average university?
Let's say
is this like an advertisement? Average university versus
let's say
okay.
Other university?
Yeah. For me, there is a difference. I mean, what I like is how international it is, mm-hmm. Right? I like the language. I like the practical part of it. So the practical part, the percentage of the practical elements is very high compared to others. And obviously, I like the network part of it. Once you have international students, you get network. And network is something people pay for when they go to the business school, and something they pay for or they like your program for, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. And so this kind of difference, what makes us special, does it help us to, let's say, get position at PwC? Are we more likely to get it, and what kind of opportunities do we have after our graduation, in your opinion?
Hey, I wouldn't say you get kind of the job just having this on your resume, right? It doesn't work like that. What you have a very high probability of being in the list of those who would be invited to the interview. But then it's all up to you. I mean, then from that point, everyone is equal. You have the tests, you have a championship of cases, you have personal interview, you have your aspirations, you have your motivation, and all that stuff we will test you against, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right. And I've heard that, basically, I've not even heard, but also I've participated in several programs related to PwC and Graduate School of Business. So as far as I'm concerned, each year you implement new programs related to GSB and PwC. Yeah. So if we talk historically, what kind of opportunities did you provide to our students?
You mean upon the graduation or in the middle of the...
Let us consider both of them, like some programs between GSB and PwC.
Yeah. We are discussing with the dean of the program actually different ways of cooperation, including bringing the case and then dragging that case through entire program, driven by the potential employer, PwC. Speaking of what we can propose after the graduation or in between the years of education, here we probably don't have such good news these days, Because last year we tried actually the summer interns as we did always before, every year before. And it probably didn't work out the best way one could expect. Because the summer intern working on Google Video or on Zoom is not actually getting what we would like him or her to get from that internship. In other words, it's less efficient than the intern working closely with the team, taking part in brainstormings, getting immediate feedbacks from the manager or senior associate, for example, of his or her team. So this year we're thinking how we would turn that or change that. Probably we would actually take our time this year, but waiting for the moment when we will be all back to the office. So now you see the building is still empty here. Still, we plan to come up with several case championships, as we did before. Probably would be more this year, which means we are hiring. We are hiring, and we would be obviously looking at your program for that.
Mm-hmm. Right. So the good news is that situation with pandemic improving in Russia.
Yeah.
And also we are coming back to our campus since March, the end of March. So hopefully that's gonna work, and we're gonna develop some new programs.
Yeah.
Well, coming back to our questions, what kind of projects do you have now, and what kind of skills do students need to develop in order to perform well in these projects?
We have thousands of projects. I mean, I would better answer what kind of skills are at the edge, right, at the moment. And there would be skills which has not changed since 10 years ago, but there would be some new skills as well. So if talking about the very important skills which have not changed, that would be the skill of asking good questions, and skill of seeing the task you are doing, being an intern or a partner in PwC, seeing how what you are doing is part of something big and conceptual for the client, for the country, for the company, for the project. So that stays with us, right? And then of the new stuff, digital literacy, that you would expect, right? On the new stuff, adaptiveness. And on the new stuff is instant learning forever. Mm-hmm. So it's every year, every month there are new stuff. World is accelerating exponentially. So if students think, okay, now after 4, 5 or 6 years we are done, finally, now we start working, forget about learning. No. In the new reality, we would need to be ready to keep learning new stuff throughout our professional life.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think that it is important nowadays to develop from day to day, and we know that education becomes a part of our lives even when we graduate, and I've personally faced that fact. So I was very happy to see you on the opening of Masters in International Management program.
That one in the beginning of September.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yes, that was a great pleasure for us to listen your lecture. So, what do you think about this program in general? What makes it different, and what is your global opinion about it?
Yeah, as I said, I think we had a similar question at the beginning, but just to maybe recap, it's very important to be able to spend a little bit more time once you understand what you like. All right. So after 4 years of getting a general education, if you know you like marketing, or you like whatever, international business, or you like different stuff, then you can choose the program. And that gives you a chance to actually be focused on something academically, but also practically, because this program, as I said, is a good mixture of practical side and academic education, spend more time, probably less time in your life, to dig deeper into it and become a real professional. So that's one thing. But the other two things which I already mentioned is being international and having good international network after, and having a very good mixture of practical work, case studies, working with future employers, and the academic education.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I've also noted many of these factors studying at this program, but there is another factor, which is our relation with international partners. So, as far as I'm concerned, you have your MBA degree, and you might understand how necessary it is to, let's say, study abroad. So, do you think in today's realities, is it really important, let's say, to go to foreign business school and get education from there, and to, let's say, exchange some ideas, or is it too old and today the educational level is the same everywhere?
We probably should not neglect the hundreds of years of traditions of some international business schools. So yeah, if the student has that opportunity, that chance, that's great. I mean, that's great for the network, and that's great for looking at things wider. And obviously, these guys have got some really cool professors there and professionals, and being at their lectures is a privilege. So yeah, I would say adding that on top of the program is a fantastic privilege to have.
Yeah. Mikhail, thank you so much. I highly appreciate the time you devoted to us. I know that it is very precious. And well, let's say we are developing, we are growing from day to day, and we'll be trying to become a part of PwC Global Network. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you, colleagues.